There was a time when a starting pitcher didn't hand the ball to anyone. Not because he was stubborn, not because he was reckless, but because that was the job. You took the mound, you faced the lineup, and you stayed there until the game was finished or until you physically couldn't continue. Today, that idea sounds almost reckless. Back then, it was normal. This isn't a story about nostalgia for its own sake. It's a post-mortem, a look at how one of baseball's most demanding skills slowly disappeared and what the sport lost when it did.
For most of MLB history, the complete game wasn't an achievement, it was the baseline. In the 1900s and 1910s, pitchers like Cy Young, Walter Johnson, and Grover Cleveland Alexander didn't measure greatness by pitch counts, they measured it by outs. If you started the game, you were expected to record all 27 of them. This wasn't romanticism, it was necessity. Bullpens barely existed. Relievers were failed starters, aging arms, or emergency options. Managers didn't trust them, fans didn't expect them, and pitchers built their entire careers around endurance. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, and the complete game was still very much alive. Bob Gibson threw 28 complete games in 1968 alone. Not appearances, complete games. He finished what he started almost every time he took the mound. In that same season, Gibson logged over 300 innings with a microscopic ERA, pitching deep into games without anyone hovering over him with a clipboard. That era wasn't soft on pitchers, it was brutal, but it created something modern baseball struggles to replicate: autonomy. The pitcher owned the game.
The first cracks didn't come from weakness, they came from specialization. In the late 1970s and 80s, relief pitching stopped being an afterthought. The closer role became formalized. Goose Gossage, Raleigh Fingers, Dennis Eckersley. These weren't emergency arms, they were weapons. Suddenly, managers saw a new option. Why let a tired starter face the heart of the order for the third or fourth time when a fresh arm throwing harder was waiting? The complete game didn't die overnight. It began losing ground, one inning at a time. Starters were still expected to go deep, but the leash tightened. 7 innings became acceptable, 8 became impressive, 9 became rare. And then came the data. The third time through the order, penalty changed everything. Analytics confirmed what some managers had always suspected. Hitters get better looks the more times they face the same pitcher. Velocity drops, command slips, patterns emerge. Front offices didn't see complete games as heroic. They saw them as inefficient risk. Pitch counts became law. 100 pitches was no longer a guideline, it was a ceiling. Cross it, and the conversation wasn't about toughness, it was about liability. A pitcher who insisted on staying in wasn't competitive, he was uncooperative. The shift wasn't emotional, it was financial. Modern pitchers are investments. Arms cost tens, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. A torn ligament isn't just an injury, it's a balance sheet problem. So managers intervened. Earlier hooks, planned bullpen games, openers replacing starters altogether. The complete game wasn't outlawed, it was priced out of existence. The numbers tell the story clearly. In 1980, MLB pitchers threw over 900 complete games. By 2000, that number had dropped below 200. By the 2020s, some seasons barely reached double digits. Entire teams now finish seasons without a single complete game. Not because pitchers can't do it, but because they're not allowed to try. This change didn't just alter strategy, it reshaped pitchers themselves. Modern starters are trained for maximum output in short bursts. Velocity over stamina, spin over efficiency. 5 dominant innings is considered a success. Pitchers no longer pace themselves, they attack. The result is harder throwers, sharper breaking balls, and bodies that break faster than ever before. Elbow surgeries became routine, shoulder injuries followed, careers shortened. Ironically, the system designed to protect arms coincided with an explosion in arm injuries. Because endurance isn't just physical, it's learned, and baseball stopped teaching it. The death of the complete game also changed how fans experience tension. A pitcher working into the ninth inning creates a different atmosphere. Every pitch carries weight. Every mistake feels fatal. A bullpen parade fractures that tension. The narrative resets every inning. The story gets chopped into segments. What was once a duel becomes a committee. The starter no longer finishes his sentence. There are still echoes of the old world. When a pitcher like Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, or Clayton Kershaw reaches the ninth inning, the moment feels larger than the game itself. Because it's rare, because it feels forbidden. When a complete game happens now, it feels like an accident, a statistical anomaly, and the crowd reacts accordingly, not with expectation, but disbelief. The complete game didn't disappear because pitchers forgot how to compete. It disappeared because the sport decided it no longer needed them to finish what they started. In exchange, baseball gained efficiency, specialization, and control, but it lost something harder to measure: ownership, responsibility, the quiet authority of a pitcher standing alone on the mound, trusted to carry the weight of the entire game. The complete game wasn't just a statistic, it was a statement, and modern baseball chose to stop making it.